once again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 99, part 2. Part 2, part 2, part 2. For December 29th, I want to say, 2013. Yeah, sounds right? Good stuff. My name's Tony. I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Jason and Mossies. I almost called you Mark, but that's Jason.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He's not here.
All right. Should
we didn't even address that Mark was
Yeah, I forgot to say that him and Brian were here in part 1.
I thought we agreed not to talk about
Yeah,
that.
forget him.
Yeah.
Should we take 2 minutes real quick at the top of the show and re-talk about next week?
Yeah, go right ahead.
What do we need? What do we need from people?
Skype
info, right? Who wants to call in?
Yeah,
Questions?
who wants to call in?
Next week is the 100th episode.
It's going to be an afternoon show.
Yeah, we're going to do it earlier than normal and live. If you can't watch it live, that's cool.
We'll
record it.
3 or 4 Central.
I don't fucking know.
Well, just pick one.
Probably
3.
All right, we'll get started about 3 then. Yeah.
And,
Because we have to put it up on. We're still untested, but we should be ready to go for Twitch too. So.
Yeah, so we need some people's stuff and come up with some cool questions.
Yeah.
Come up with questions, your Skype username, anything else?
Yeah, because we're going to call you in case we're like on a 15 or 20 minute delay or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we should give you guys blocks.
In the comments, for not next week, but the following week is our Game of the Year, and we've got listener or viewer's choice, whatever we call it.
Yeah, I think Sly Cooper's still winning.
Yeah, so in the comments, tell us what your pick for Game of the Year is.
Yep. All right, so that's all that, yeah?
Yeah.
Rock on. So in the event you've yet to do so, please pause the video or click out and check out part 1 where we cover this week's news as well as answer the viewers' burning questions. But this, of course, is part 2 where we cover Tony's topic of the week.
Too bad I didn't have the little music thing on here like was back on the old DS. I had the now you have to buy it, but it had where you could play the little sound bites and shit in here.
You know what we need to do? We need to do Tony's topic of the week in Mario Paint from Super Nintendo. You know, remember the...
Somebody get on that.
you remember the audio maker?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did you ever hear that?
People recreate tons of shit in Mario Paint. It's
like Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force in Mario Paint.
Yep.
It's disgusting how crazy it is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking badass. This week, Jason, I acquired my 3DS XL 2 months ago-ish, and Jason finally got one. 2DS. So now, we have the entire...
I've had mine for 2.5 years, and I think they're more experienced with it than I am.
Yeah. I thought this would be a great time to have one of these. I mean, I was kind of planning on doing the best year of the generation this week, but we'll wait for when we're at full strength with Mark and Brian and stuff. So we'll push that back. This was kind of a last-minute switcheroo, but fuck it. I think it'll turn out well.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off with Jason. What do you think of it so far, sir?
Piece of shit.
What's your analysis of the old? We'll just call it all 3DS right now. I don't
okay. Yeah.
Decipher between XL and 2DS.
When you boot it up, it
3DS.
still says 3DS.
The 3DS.
Okay. It still says 3DS.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at it on my Wi-Fi network, it still registers as a 3DS. Okay. So it's a glorified 3DS. See, it's going to be hard to ask me my opinion on it because it's still new and shiny to me.
Okay.
So, I'm still exploring everything. There's a lot of shit that I could do without. I was just checking out the Miiverse on here and don't really see a big point to it.
Miiverse, in its defense, is actually really good on the Wii U. It's the best feature.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know we don't want to jump
it's
into
a very
it. We
dumbed
have a
down
question that
okay.
involves that.
Okay,
so,
well, I'll wait then.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
That's why I kind of stopped my talk about it. So far, it's good. I see the glaring omissions with it. I could probably end up overlooking them because it's going to do what I want it to do. It's going to play the games that I want it to play. All the other stuff is just tacked on features that I don't necessarily need. But as of right now, I'm really enjoying it. Last time that I had a Nintendo handheld was, jeez.
Do you have a DS?
I had a DSi.
Okay.
The last one that I had was a DSi. I'd had every single Nintendo handheld up to that point.
I skipped color and I skipped.
Wow. Really?
What was the other one? The mini.
I had the
That
micro.
awful one.
I had a micro.
Micro.
I
not
had the the NES edition micro.
Well, that was not an important one.
I-
Game Boy, because a new iteration is when you can't play that game on a previous console.
Yeah.
So there was
I've had
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS.
Yeah. I've technically, even though I'm very late coming to the 3DS, I've had every single one. But yeah, I think I got rid of my DSi in 2007. So it's like a 5-year hiatus.
Was it even out by
It's
2007?
I still have my DS.
Okay.
I never.
I
used it
had
anymore,
the
but
first gen DSi, the solid black one.
My Game Boy broke many years ago, and I actually want to reacquire one. As did my GBA. That broke. But then I was thinking I should just get a really nice condition GBA because that's backward compatible with everything, right? That'll play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, all that shit, and Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
So literally all you need is a Game Boy Advance SP and a 3DS, and you have access to every single handheld game ever made because of backwards compatibility, yeah?
That, I don't think plays DS games, does it?
Yeah.
It plays DS games. Original DS? Okay. Yeah.
That's all you'd need, right? And
Yeah.
you'd have access to the entire library. You'd
Yeah.
only need 2 handles.
Um,
So I was thinking of skipping out on the Game Boy and actually re-picking up an Advance one of these days. They're only like $30 on Amazon.
Yeah, the SPs, the later iterations of the SPs are good consoles.
Yeah.
You know what I was really mad about with the SP is, again, I got the NES edition one. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's a fucking sticker.
Well, that was a last year of, that was like the Wii Mini, but Game Boy
Just saying,
Advance
it was a
version.
sticker.
It was like a collectible.
Yeah, it was a sticker.
Cool.
Yeah, no. But it might have been a little later than 06, 07. I don't remember. It was the day that I got my iPhone 3GS. I traded in my DSi. On the same day. Because I was at, interesting enough, nobody out there will know, but you guys will know. I was at the AT&T store across the street from Golf Mill. Then went right across the street to Golf Mill and traded it in, and then went back and bought a case for my phone. So, but no, so far I've been enjoying it. It's good, Tony.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I've had a blast with mine. A majority of the time that I've owned it has been spent playing Zelda, so that wasn't too bad of a time for me. And I tend to do this. The Wii U, I actually jumped on surprisingly early. But lately, this is what I do with Nintendo consoles. I get them a little later in the game, and I go back and play the 5 or 6 titles that I've always felt bad about missing. I did that with the Wii, and I went back and played, the couple Zeldas, couple Marios, and moved on with my life. Did that with the DS, same thing, couple Marios, couple Zeldas, moved on. With this, there's more than just 3 or 4 games, but I actually own them all right now, minus Kid Icarus. That's the only one I want to pick up, but I have Luigi's Mansion, which I'm currently playing, beat Zelda already, playing the 2 Marios, a couple games off the eShop, and I'm set. That's like the whole thing I've wanted out of the 3DS. Those are all the games I felt bad about missing, so... Oh, and Castlevania. And I'm playing that too, but yeah. I like it a whole lot. Like Jason was saying, I'm sure we'll break it down a little bit more later, but there's some really bad crap about it, but, you could overlook it.
I got mine at launch, actually, or shortly after launch, like weeks after
with
launch.
your ambassador program that
Yeah.
I'm jealous of.
Well, I only got it because, like, Ocarina of Time 3D was a game that was coming out.
Right after launch, right?
It came out, I think, in April or March. It was like that, and then Ocarina of Time came out in June, so it was like a 3-month later. So obviously I had to pick it up. And I picked up Ocarina of Time. I picked up a few games in the first year. Picked up Star Fox, which was a remake.
Was that any good?
It was the same game, really. It was upgraded.
That's
a little
not
bit.
Assault, right?
It's the
Starfish
Nintendo
64. That's the other one I was thinking.
I'm just trying to remember, because, they did Assault on that.
It's like a nostalgia.
Yeah.
Wait, is it called Assault?
No, Assault was the GameCube one?
No, Star Fox 64
Yeah,
was the name of the 64 game.
There wasn't a Star Fox Assault, I just don't remember what it was for.
This was called Star Fox 64 as well. So, I've played a little bit of Mario Kart. I've played a little bit of a lot of games, but I've actually only owned like 6 games for the console, even in like 2.5 years. All the staples: Zelda,
Every Zelda,
Pokemon, the newest Pokemon. I got Pokemon X.
Okay, because
Super
I'm
Mario.
thinking about getting Y.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
3D Land.
should pick up 3D Land. That game's awesome.
I've picked up 3D Land.
The other one you could skip.
I didn't pick up New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, you could skip that one.
3D
3D Land's badass though.
Is it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, you know how Mario split into their 2 tiers where it's open, like the 3D and the side-scrolling? In my opinion, the side-scrolling's been awful for a long time. I don't really like...
I don't know. I wouldn't say awful. I liked.
Like the new Super Mario Brothers and
It's
stuff.
too
Like,
cookie cutter
like
now.
Galaxy and like Super Mario World 3D and like all those, that's the open world one. And like Sunshine and
Yeah.
not those side-scrolly like...
The only,
I don't know.
I played the original New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and I played the Wii one. The DS one I beat it complete 100%. The Wii one I beat it. I haven't beat it, but I've played through like 90% of the game. The Wii U one I've played through like 60% of the game now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Something like
It's
that.
okay. It's nothing special. It's a game to me that's become a multiplayer only game. I only play that game if I have 3 or 4 other people to play with. Then it's a really fun. It's like a party game at this point. I haven't played New Super Mario Brothers 2 on the 3DS, but they did a lot of unique things about that game. Where that was like the first Nintendo game that they like all out supported with DLC and like there was like multiple packs they did and all sorts of like new features.
The handheld one?
That part 2.
I heard it was like stupid easy. With the gold coin thing or whatever.
Mario
it was,
games have been getting dumbed down more and more every year.
Yeah, I heard it was like really easy to blow through.
Yeah. But I might pick it up eventually just to play it. It's classic Mario.
Let me ask. So we got you did Ocarina 3D on here. I know you guys did it during your marathon too. Somebody was playing on that.
Yeah.
Is it worth revisiting on the DS?
Yeah.
I think for that we'll stick to calling it just like 3DS, DS, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of what we're talking about here.
My biggest complaint about Ocarina of Time 3 is that I don't know if you noticed, but it has the Master Quest with it, and it's not just the same Master Quest from the GameCube. They've changed 2 things. Number one, they upped up the difficulty a little bit. The enemies all do double the damage now, which is good because you play through it. Plus, they completely mirrored the world.
Okay.
So
it's all backwards?
Yeah, left and right and left. The dungeons are... It makes you feel, like, disoriented. In particular in the dungeons, because... have you played the Master Quest, either of you guys?
I think I did the Deku Tree in Master Quest. That was it.
Okay.
To be honest. I had it with the GameCube Special Edition. Mm-hmm. That was it.
The dungeons are all wacky. They're not the same. Everything's in different order. Everything's rearranged.
Just it felt weird.
Yeah, you feel disoriented a little bit. Plus, when they flip it too, it's the same map though, but things are just in different locations.
Yeah, your treasure chests and things like that, they're moved around.
When you combine the moving things around and the map flipping, it makes it look like it's a completely new.
Really?
And with the double damage, it actually is a very fun and difficult experience.
So it's worth the $40 investment, whether I track it down pre-owned or
I'd say so.
Okay.
The only complaint I have...
Don't get it digitally. If your thing shits out, you lost $40.
It goes on the SD card.
The only thing I don't like about it is, in order to play the Master Quest, you have to beat the regular game first. Okay. So for those people that have played it like 5-6 times, like a lot of Zelda fans have, you might feel like you played this on the 64, then you played it on the GameCube remake, then you played it on the Wii Virtual Console. Like how many? Like I wish the Master Quest was available right from the start.
Yeah.
There's also like new features, like there's like a boss gauntlet mode.
Yeah.
You get to fight all the bosses consecutively.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's pretty, especially on the Master Quest where it's, you don't get to refill your hearts too between, so it could be considered difficult. Yeah. It's fun though. It's probably one of my favorite games on the console. So.
Okay, because after tracking down, or after getting whichever, I think I'm getting Y.
Pokemon Y?
Yeah, that's going to be the next thing on my list.
Are you a Pokemon fan? Since, which ones?
Red and Blue.
Since Red and Blue. Okay, if you like Red and Blue, you'll probably like this because This
I
is
mean, obviously, I took a hiatus when I got rid of my DSi, but yeah, I've been a pretty steady Pokemon player.
okay. Well, this one harkens back a lot to the original.
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of the original Pokemon are in it.
I haven't replayed the damn game with Yellow.
It's fun. I'm more with Pokemon. I'm more of a multiplayer fan.
Okay.
So like I like train my Pokemon and get an ideal team together, or even more than an ideal team, and just battle people online. And I got the capture cards.
Yeah, Masas plays Pokemon.
Well, it's so much fun. Like you battle people live online.
Do you do
and it's
that on a
streamed.
regular basis, or is it just whenever you feel like it?
Well, when the game came out a few weeks after, I did it regularly for about a month. I remember did like 8 different days I streamed.
Okay.
And you get to do double battles and 4 2-on-2 battles. So it gets pretty fun. It's pretty intense.
Nice.
Yeah. That's.
I'll have to once I get playing, and I know you have absolutely zero interest in Pokemon.
No.
But once I get going, I'll have to jump on play against you.
Yeah.
I don't know how that.
The competitive nature of Pokemon though gets really. It can be a downer sometimes when you're playing. It's almost like any multiplayer game. If you're playing against a pro, somebody who has the most optimal trained Pokemon with the best combination of moves and the natures and it's really intense.
And a couple of little exploits, not
No.
legal exploits, but like when you hey, this guy doesn't normally able to learn this ability, but if you do it this way, you can get him to do
if
that.
you like train or tutor him, like you do in the egg, everything's like legit Pokemon.
I'm not talking about like hacking or glitch or anything, but like you go that extra mile to exploit. Like look, Pikachu can surf, shit like that.
Well, I don't.
You could do it in Yellow.
Yeah, well, okay. Anyway,
Trust me.
When you're playing with like pros though, it could be a bit of a downer sometimes. Like when you're getting your ass kicked because you're just a casual player.
What do you consider yourself?
I maybe above average or casual. Amongst the Pokemon community, I'm a novice completely.
Yeah.
But amongst a gamer, I mean, I know the bulk of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
700 of them, and I
used to be able to name all 151.
I have to mention this. You watch the show?
Oh yeah.
The Pokemon. Remember
I
how?
watch it every day before high school, man. I was a nerd.
Remember how they used to at the end of the show they used to have
The guess the Pokemon.
well that was
rap?
in the Pokemon rap.
Yeah.
They would name the 150 and like Jolteon, Flareon.
Yeah.
There's some guy did a YouTube video of a guy naming all 750.
Oh jeez.
It's like a 10-minute video.
Oh.
And like as you know how like they name like 10 of them or 15 and then they take a break, gotta catch them all, gotta catch 'em. And sometimes he says stuff like over 150. So then he starts talking about like my throat's hurting, give me water, help me.
Nice.
It's amazing.
It used to be Pokemon in the
It's like
morning
10
before
minutes
school
long.
and then Dragon Ball on Toonami right after.
You know how many
After
times
school.
I missed the school bus from 7
Yeah.
at 7:50 because But yeah, Pokemon's good.
Nice. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Whatever. People out there like it. It's just because I don't like it. I don't bash on what people like.
scared?
I don't think you've never tried.
Never tried.
Right?
How come? Why?
Just doesn't interest me at all. It looks very Japanesey, and I don't like shit like that.
Do you play any RPGs?
Not really. I play an occasional gray area that's made by a Western developer that has RPG elements.
Like what?
Some of those bigger open world games like Fallouts and Skyrims, but they're not RPGs in the
like
traditional
action
sense.
RPGs.
They're not RPGs in the traditional sense. Like I tried I did a few Final Fantasies and
Adventure games. Those
Like-
are action games.
I hate that combat system. I hate you're not actually fighting. What the hell is it called?
Turn-based.
Yeah, it's
Where you're just waiting. You're just like, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me at all.
because you're not actually fighting. Like you're telling the other things to do. I don't like games where you're just standing there with a sword and then like it says strike.
Like the Final Fantasy, the Pokemon it's a little bit more
Pokemon seems different.
natural feeling, I guess. But
maybe I'm just used to it and it.
I don't know. That would be a video that we could do in the future too. Tony plays Pokemon the first time. I don't know which fucking one I want to pick to start with. What am I gonna pick one?
We could do that. We could use his 3DS in
There you
live
go.
streams.
There you go.
Look, what the fuck is this tail whip?
It's a
Tail whip.
sweet-
Why is his
actually-
defense lowering?
We can actually do that. That would be fucking cool.
Fuck is a fairy type? That sounds stupid. Dragon? You don't look like a dragon.
So, that's what we like. What would you change about the 3DS? Or what are some of the glaring omissions that you?
First off, especially in the day and age of smartphones, I know you can move around where you have everything. It just kind of feels a little generic. The home screen.
Okay.
The layout of it generally. I don't think mine's different than yours, Moss. I don't know. Can you change yours? Because like I can tile it in different.
Yeah,
See,
Yeah,
and
you
then-
just have to hit
You
the
can make
top,
them big,
it's the top left
tiny
corner.
tiles.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can do a straight line, or you could do it
And there's-
squared.
There's like there's crap on here that I'm never gonna use.
You throw it over there.
Well, no, like in this little top menu. I'm never gonna use the Miiverse. I'm never gonna use the Internet Explorer on it because I remember how crappy Opera was. It's horrible.
I don't know anybody that. Well,
I used it on my Wii when I first had it because it was easier than getting up and walking to my bedroom to go to my desktop to look up stuff. But that was again before like when when you would go on Facebook on your phone, it was m.facebook.com, the mobile site of it and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's just it was
Yeah, nowadays it's
Yeah.
unnecessary.
yeah.
I think that feature is primarily for little kids that aren't allowed
Yeah,
on the
I guess.
internet because then they're like you could be at McDonald's or whatever and you're in a Nintendo zone
Yeah,
and you get free internet through that.
I
and
just wish
little
that-
kids could check up
I
on
wish I
certain
could
things.
just straight up delete stuff that I don't ever intend on using.
Yeah, I wish I could do that
like
too.
some of the core stuff.
I'd get rid of a lot of that stuff, like
Yeah.
that Face Raiders thing that's like
Yeah.
on there, and like
like
the
AR
the
games.
music app. I would get rid of all that shit and
The-
clear up my interface.
The AR games, well, for one, I have a 2DS, not a 3DS. Why is that on there?
Did you get brand new AR cards?
Yeah, I
with that?
did.
I didn't get mine because I
They're-
got mine
you can't
used.
use them?
I got mine used.
Well, I mean, the whole
Point
purpose
is
of
that
it
the-
is they look cool when they do it in the 3D, when they pop out and stuff. There's no 3D on this, so it's kind of a waste,
yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
didn't even get the AR cards with mine.
If you want to use them, I'll let you use
No,
them.
I don't even know what it's about.
I like the. I think Nintendo's moving the right direction with their. I think there's an ideal system that I would like to get. I like the XL because it's bigger. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with this little guy because of my capture card. But I like the bigger screens. But I also like the 2DS because they were able to cut the 3D feature and save some money, and to bring the price down. And I believe that's $129.99.
Yeah.
Like what I think is the next logical step is maybe like a 2DS Lite, where it goes back to the clamshell idea. I just like it better. I don't know why. I've just gotten accustomed to it. That's a little too bulky for me. I don't know why. I just think that way.
Essentially that, but without the 3D, but cheaper.
Yeah, and maybe a bit the XL, the bigger one. Like I think if they drop the price of the 3DS XL without the 3D effect, just lower the price.
Well, I
a
think
little
what also saved them a lot of money is that's one giant screen.
bit. Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas that one's two cut screens, which cost more.
Yeah.
You know, there's one other as far as the physically with this, and I know you kind of had an issue with the triggers.
I don't like
on
that
it.
at all.
But here, hold it and just give it a little squeeze.
Well, see, that's
Just
the
grip it.
that's the thing
Feel the
because
little plastic.
the way this is designed, like with your hands like that, you'd think this would be logical, and then the triggers would make sense. But when you're actually holding up here where the face buttons are, then they want to wrap
Well,
around.
that I can
and-
get over, but no, like listen.
Listen, what am I
You hear the
listening to?
plastic?
These things are so
I
shitty
know.
made. This is the top of the line one here.
This is the.
But I mean,
They're awful. They're all squeaky and shitty.
But the fact that it's on the seam where you're gripping, and you can actually feel it kind of move a little bit.
Cheaply made. Can I see that for a second?
Surprisingly.
they're all
One thing-
dude, they're all terrible like that.
One thing that's different about these is the buttons are way up here.
Yeah, they're kind of high up.
The other buttons are on the next to the bottom screen.
That's a major advantage of the Vita. The Vita feels like you actually spent some money on it. They're well constructed. They're not squeaky. They're really nice and solid and together. This thing, I noticed it right away. Like every time you move your handle, everything's like creak. It's like ugh.
I don't like the 2DS, the button layout, but it's one of those things I'm just not accustomed to. It like anything.
If you play with it for an hour, I'm sure you can.
That's kind of what it took me. Was like a good half an hour just playing. Same thing with the circle pad. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not comfortable with it. It took me a little bit of time to get used to it. I tried to play Zelda with the D-pad, realized it just moved the camera around. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, but it took a little bit of getting used to.
I think they can redesign this so that if they position the buttons in certain areas and change the format a little bit to make this smaller.
Yeah.
It's a little too bulky.
Oh, of course they're gonna make it. They're gonna make a 2DS Lite or
yeah,
whatever,
that's what I think so.
or a 2DS XL. I mean, yeah.
That would be a big ass fucking thing.
But no, but it would
Think
be the
about it.
clamshell.
Yeah, I mean, just
go back
think,
to the clamshell.
Think about it.
Picture this that can't close. That'd be a 3DS XL. That's
No,
big.
back to the
Look at
Or a
clamshell.
2DS XL.
Set them side
Back
by-
to the clamshell idea.
Set the 2DS over your 3D, your XL.
It's
It's a big difference, man.
But I'm saying they'll do it. There's a tablet that you can't put a tablet in your pocket.
I don't know.
Well, I think
let's
a
do
two-
it. What am I doing with all this
a
shit?
2DS.
This is one
How
of those
about,
things.
how about DS
No,
Overload?
the clamshell. Go back to the clamshell. That collapses.
I
without
like
the
it that it's not a clamshell.
I'm
I-
glad mine closes.
I'm glad mine doesn't.
That's good. That's why they make different models. Because mine, it's like, oh, somebody's calling. You slam it closed. It suspends it exactly where you are. I know you could do that with the slider, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking it. All right. Let's,
Oh, so we got a game here.
we have a game.
So,
We were doing this while we waited for part 1 to video compress. And then,
Don't tell them our secrets.
so we are going to play a game. We are looking at IGN in September of this year. They made a list of the top 25 Nintendo.
Really quick. Brand new. You get 2 styluses when you buy it.
I only got one.
Well, you got yours pre-owned.
I know I did.
It only came with
You
one.
get 2 with this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You only get 1 with that.
Why would you
only
need
one?
a second one, though?
It's spare. Do you know how easily these things get lost?
Yeah.
And then you can't buy like the official replacement that's going to fit in there. You get some stupid colored thing that
Nyko.
doesn't fit. Yeah.
No, Nintendo makes officially like
They
this
don't
one.
fit. They don't fit.
Okay, anyway,
Anyways,
quit your bitching.
I'm just saying they got cheap.
So we are going to play a game, IGN's top 25 Nintendo 3DS games. This is Jason.
Cigarette.
Jason versus Tony.
Oh, we're doing verse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
we
thought we were
will
teaming up.
go with you get 3 strikes each,
Okay.
and after every guess.
Wait, how's that going to work? Because then, like, when he gets one right, I know that one, and then I get it right. I thought that's why we were doing a team. He would be giving me answers, and I'd be giving him answers.
No. If he guesses one, then you can't guess it anymore. You just go back and
I
forth.
think we both have to say one. You know what I mean? And then it's yes or no.
So I make the rules.
Okay, I get you. I'm just trying to understand
Bad
what we're
Monsters
doing here.
rules. So Jason, you get to go first,
okay.
and you get to pick a title, and you get 3
Mm-hmm.
mistakes.
Pokemon Black.
Oh, sorry. The games it goes up until September of this year.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon Black.
Okay, number 1, that's wrong because that was
That's
not
a
a
DS
3DS.
game.
Was it? Oh, it's black. It's black too.
Yes!
Black 2?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's wrong.
It's
because
also
that
a
was
DS
also
game.
a DS.
That's
DS
what I
game.
asked. That's what I asked.
No, it's a DS game.
You can count it. I don't care. I was asking.
Okay, you have to
X
guess
and
a
Y,
3DS
X and Y are
game.
the first ones that came
Okay.
out on the 3DS.
Okay.
See, that was during while I was out of the.
All right. We're not gonna count that.
Okay. You can count one of them if you want. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
All right. Name another one.
Oh, I got.
We're not counting that. Go
Okay.
ahead, because that's a DS game. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. You threw me off. Now I'm like second guessing myself. Cheap one. Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yes, that's number 4 on the
I
list.
mean, we might as well get that one out of the way.
Okay, Jason.
I'll
Tony.
take 3D Land.
Mario 3D Land, number 1 on the list.
Oh shit! Nice.
There is no way Jason's gonna win this competition.
That's not nice.
You're struggling after the first 2.
Give me a second. It's hey, I'm out of the loop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also trying to remember some of the stuff we talked about so far. Star Fox.
Yes, number 18, I believe. Yeah.
I will take Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I think that's number 5. Okay. Number 6.
See, I don't remember the exact title of it. It's the new Super Mario Brothers 3DS.
No, New Super Mario Brothers 2. That is on the list somewhere at some point. Number 7.
Fire Emblem.
Number 2.
Alright, I'm going to take a crapshoot here because I don't remember when it released, but I'm going to say Animal Crossing.
Yes, number 3.
Okay.
Man, gee, I doubted you. Ooh, Tony's getting a
No, I don't know if these are good enough to be on the
shell
list.
shot.
I'll try it. Castlevania.
I don't think that's on this list. I saw that on a different list, but let me confirm. No Castlevania.
Okay.
So we got an X.
Okay.
One strike for Toady.
Alright. It's Mario and Luigi Dream Team?
I believe that came out after September.
Was it?
I believe that came out, or it came out that week before, a few
Okay.
weeks. So it's not on this list. But that's on usually in the top 5 in other people's lists. So I
Okay.
assume that's just because this is dated.
Just the release date? Okay. So that's a strike for me.
No, I don't. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. That's a strike. It's not on the
Okay,
list.
if you insist on getting yourself a strike.
Well, that's the second one. Come on, we give him a free.
Okay, all right, half and half. So now it's 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, I'll go with SteamWorld Dig.
SteamWorld Dig. Number 9. He just pulled the SteamWorld Dig out, Jason. You're
I can't think of the fuck. I know. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's like Monster Mud or whatever it is. You know what?
Mutant Muds.
Is that what it is?
Mutant Muds?
Yeah. I was close.
I don't think that's on
No?
here.
Okay.
Let me confirm. I'm at 21, 22, 23.
Okay.
Very, very interesting.
No, very, very interesting on here.
I'm gonna go with Gunman Clive.
Yep, 23. I saw that on this list. I knew Tony was going
It's
to
the
get
best game on the fucking eShop.
Really,
It is the
Really, it's
best
not, 'cause it's
game
so-
on the eShop.
lowly ranked.
Pressure is on. Jason, for the loss.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Completely irrelevant. Not something I'm gonna put. But does it include like the virtual console, or is it just eShop?
Not Virtual Console, but eShop
Okay.
games.
All right. Just curious, because that would
Yeah,
obviously.
Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah. It's not on there.
I know.
2 is. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking for 3. Let me think.
It's worth noting that I wouldn't get
We're gonna say
about 8
Mario
of them.
Kart.
Yeah, that's definitely on here.
All right.
Surprised that wasn't guessed before. Number 10. All right, Tony, no pressure.
Paper Mario?
Yeah, that's on here.
Where's the
That
Paper Mario?
Super sticker or something? Or star sticker or some
Yep.
shit?
Okay.
star sticker or some shit.
Star sticker.
Sticker star 19.
Some with stickers. I
Pressure is back on the Jason.
Probably gonna be completely wrong, but Professor Layton.
Yes, Professor Layton in the Miracle Mask. I think that's the. There might have been more than one Professor Layton on the console,
There might have been.
but we'll give him that.
Okay.
Right series. You guys have gone 12 of 25. Impressive.
Let's.
We're almost halfway there.
Yeah.
It's farther than we made it with that they made it with the Wii U one.
Let's try.
Brian got like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try. I don't know if this will count though. Because I think it's also on the Wii U. Mighty Switch Force.
No, that's on here. Number 24.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't know if that count or not.
You
Cause
just pulled out. Man, you're
Okay.
pulling these out.
So now watch this. I'm gonna my last one is gonna be based on something that Tony had said earlier. Okay, I'm gonna say Skylanders.
No
Look at
Skylanders.
that. I had to try though, right?
Okay. So you ready for the? Let's start.
Well, wait, I'm out. He's still got.
You want to see how far you can go?
Let him keep.
Yeah,
rolling.
let's see how
Let him
far
keep
you can go.
rolling. I'm out.
shit. Can I call in a lifeline and have the titles that were named read back to me?
Sure.
Or is that not possible because you're the way you're
No,
doing the
I can do
list?
it. 24, Mighty Switch Force, got it. 23, Gunman Clive. 20, Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. 19, Paper Mario Sticker Star. 18, Star Fox 64 3D. Then we got none of these ones. All the way down to...
I know what I should have picked.
All the way down
Isn't
to...
it always? It's always once you're out, like you start picturing
10.
games in.
10, Mario Kart 7. 9, Steam World Dig. 7, New Super Mario Bros. 2. 6, Luigi's Mansion. 4, Ocarina of Time. 3, Animal Crossing. 2, Fire Emblem. 1, Super Mario 3D Land.
I wonder if Dylan's Rolling Western made it on there. That's another great eShop title. Why are you kicking me?
Way to go! I was
Why
gonna
you
sneak
kicking
you in
me?
one
No,
because I know one that's got to be on that list
I'm running out.
that he mentioned earlier too.
I only have one strike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll try it. Dylan's
No.
Rolling Western.
No Dylan's Rolling Western. There's a few obvious ones in here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he doesn't guess the one, I'm just gonna spit that one out. See if it's on there.
Should we do clues?
No.
No clues. Why is that game not on this list? Oh, that came out in September. Or did it?
Come on, Tony.
I'm running out of 3DS titles. And the 5 or 6 more that I know, I don't think made it.
Just shoot them out.
I've been shooting them out. They're fucking not.
Go. Come on. What's the matter? I mean, you're not gonna win like a little red potato or anything.
Why the fuck not, man?
Because we're out of them.
I want my ear of corn.
That's Mark. He's supposed to bring you one. That's why he's not here.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to get out of his farming duties. Fuck.
He's struggling.
I am. I fully admit it. Damn it. I'm having a total brain fart now.
So I bet you we would have looked over when I kicked you, huh?
Yeah, probably.
5,
I'm running out of Mario
4,
games. I'm running out of Zelda games.
3.
I don't know, just whatever. Go ahead.
All right.
Wait. Donkey Kong Country.
Yes.
Yeah, damn it.
Number 13.
Mario and Donkey Kong.
No.
No?
So what do we miss?
All right, so I'll give him Donkey Kong. So you guys got the same amount,
Okay.
but counting Donkey Kong. All right, some of these I don't even know what they are. 25, Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 24, you got
Mark
Mighty.
is laughing at you right now.
You got Mighty Switch Force. You got Gunman Clive. 22, Colors 3D.
Okay. That's
not a fucking game. That's an app.
So it says okay. So technically, Colors 3D isn't a game. It's a painting application.
The fucking built-in camera then. Let me guess that shit.
Well,
This is
you have
IGN.
to buy colors.
You know what they say? You can't spell ignorant without IGN. All right, 21. I don't even know what the hell this is, but the at rhythm Final Fantasy. The incredible music of Final Fantasy is one of the franchise's crowning. So there's a rhythm-based Final Fantasy game. 21. I don't know. 20, Professor Layton, got it. 19, Paper Mario, got it. 18, Star Fox, got it. 17, I don't know what this is. Virtue's Last Reward. You know
How was
that?
I supposed? No. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Some of these are.
I don't feel bad yet.
16, Crash Mo.
Still don't feel bad. Don't know what the fuck that is.
You don't know Crash Mo? It's a sequel.
Sure.
15 Kid Icarus Uprising.
I just talked about that. How did I forget that shit?
Hey, wait. I got another one, right? Let's see if is Devil Summoner on there?
I don't think so.
Really?
14 Shin Megami
Tensei. That's
Okay.
That's it.
13 Donkey Kong Country Returns. 12 Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
Nobody even liked that game.
It's a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
No, I know, but even they complained that that was a bad one of that series. I don't
They'll
know.
still play it.
They've rehashed Monster Hunter 3 like 4 times
Oh, the
now.
little green light came on. What's that mean?
Number 11, Resident Evil Revelations.
Ugh.
You didn't like that game?
No.
Did you play it?
Yeah, they released it on the consoles.
I thought that was a good game.
we must have re-street passed.
Okay.
No, it's a no.
10, Mario Kart 7. 9, SteamWorld Dig. 8, Atrian Odyssey 4.
Okay.
I got to part 4. Then we got all of them after that.
Yeah,
Or
I don't even know there was one of them. There's 4.
New Super Mario Brothers, Luigi's Mansion, Pushmo. You didn't get
Okay, that I forgot about.
Push. So you know Pushmo, but you don't know Crashmo.
Is it the same thing?
It's a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
And then you got Ocarina, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, and Mario. So, wait, collectively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 out of 25, counting Jason.
I don't feel bad about any of that except for Donkey Kong.
And Fire Emblem.
I guess.
Alright, sorry, Kid Icarus.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, we
Kingdom
got
Hearts?
Street Pass again.
I told you that's what the green thingy is.
So,
It came up as a notification.
we got to do this for other consoles now. Top 25 PS4 games.
I rated you.
You guys want to do the PS3 one? I'll test you fuckers right now. We can do this. I'll pull it up, man.
Yeah. For that, we could probably expand the top 50.
Tony,
But-
I just rated you. Fantastic.
Good. Thank you.
Even though you got that stupid Mario hat on.
So, I think one thing to close it out on, I guess, or do you have any other topics to talk about?
Oh, we could keep talking about it a little bit. I don't know. Go ahead.
What
were you gonna say though?
3DS games on the horizon, or things that haven't been announced that you'd like to see?
This is a bad spot for me because I think I played everything I'm going to care about on this console. There's a couple games I'm missing. Like I said, I wanted to maybe pick up Star Fox, and I definitely want to pick up Kid Icarus.
Oh, I meant
I know. But
Okay.
aside from that, like, I don't know what else is really coming out. I know there's Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
but if I pick that up, it's
Console.
going to be on the Wii U, not on my 3DS. I'm still not completely sold on it. I mean, they're cool games, but they're like more like time killers. They're not for me personally. I don't really get in there and like dedicate my life to fighting games. So, aside that, like, what else is coming out? Like,
There's a new Kirby game coming. I know you're a Kirby fan.
I am a Kirby fan, but yeah, maybe I don't know. We'll see what it looks like.
There's that game coming out called isn't there a new Yoshi's Island coming out? I believe there's a Yoshi's Island 2.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, I believe that's
that could
coming
be
out.
cool.
In terms of announced games, Nintendo has changed their release format a little bit. They don't really announce, especially on the 3DS side, they don't announce games unless it's within a 6 to 8 month window.
Yeah,
So,
they don't get people pumped like 2 years out.
yeah, well, I think that's actually a good strategy. And that's like that's like a new thing in the industry in general now, I think.
Keep your mouth shut till you're getting close to
Sweet,
release.
I got some cat ears. Sorry.
I do think they will re-release Majora's Mask on the system.
Yeah,
Yes,
that'll be cool.
please.
That'd be cool. To me, the most exciting stuff is just adding shit to the eShop.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of games from, like, the NES and SNES that I would like to have on the go that I wouldn't mind spending the $3 or $4 or $5 or whatever the fuck it is to buy them. And that's the most exciting thing to me, is having the whole past arsenal, at least the true gems, come out and being able to carry them around with me all the time.
Is that an attack or a magic with this color?
Just attack them.
All right.
One thing that's kind of concerning is how far into the future do you think Nintendo will support this with first-party software?
I don't know, because how far away do you think they are from their next handheld?
Is there going to be a next handheld?
Yeah, there'll be one more. At least one more.
I don't think there will be.
They're going to wait for one to bomb before they decide to stop.
I don't think there will be. I think their next handheld will be a tie-in with their console. It'll be one. They're not. I think they're done with the two. Their next handheld will be a console. Like, I really do.
You think when the Wii U's done, they come out with one thing that is kind of like the Wii U that has a portable element that is your controller?
Yeah. I firmly believe that.
That would be an interesting thing, too.
Like it's just a little dongle that plugs into the back of the TV and the controller.
No, it could essentially be like this already.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that at least projected onto the TV.
Maybe like an evolution of the gamepad, but it is a handheld.
Yeah.
Like a more powerful handheld that works as a tablet type controller.
Yeah.
And doesn't have to be within 20 feet of the head unit. You could take it anywhere.
Yeah. I think that's their future. Because I don't think the handheld market can survive. I really don't know if Nintendo could survive another generation of handhelds. I really don't. I just don't think it's there.
What do you mean?
Well, the Nintendo DS... so, like...
Nothing happened.
The lifetime sales of the Nintendo DS is going to be around 160 million, when it's still selling right now. The 3DS is going to get probably in that half of that range, maybe a little more. I don't know what it's at right now. I think it's in the
40 or 50,
50 million. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how much more legs it has. I really don't. I don't really know anybody out there that after this calendar year in a few days, who's still on the fence about buying a 3DS or not. What the hell do they need to release at this point that's going to make you want to get it? There's been a new Pokemon, there's been a new Mario, there's been a new Zelda. They're key franchises. Third parties virtually don't exist on this console. It's a Nintendo platform.
It's Nintendo's and indies.
Yeah. In the Japanese market, Monster Hunter 4 is already out. What else is coming to this
Why
system?
is Minecraft not on this thing?
They might get Minecraft. They were talking about it coming to the Wii U, but...
Do that. No. It needs to be on this.
Yeah, but...
Oh my god, it'd be fucking amazing.
What could they possibly release at this stage?
Minecraft?
I mean, they've released Mario Kart. They're putting out Smash Brothers, which maybe it'll move units, but... I think they've
sequels, man. Another Zelda, another Mario, another, what they've been doing forever.
I think that'll sell software, but not hardware.
No, well, yeah. I know what you're saying.
I think they're done with I really think they're almost at their threshold. I don't know if this will hit 80 million. Because that's just where where they're at now. It's not selling like the DS is.
Part of the problem is that they're still making DS games.
Rarely and few and far between, but that's just because there's 150 million of them.
But I'm just generally speaking, they're still producing some for it. I mean, look at two games that I picked up, Pokemon Black and Black 2. Those were DS games. Those still are very well played games. People are still playing them. So why transition over to the new one? Other than to get a couple new Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, now
realistically,
when Pokemon Black and White came out, it was just months after the 3DS. Mm-hmm. It did not make sense.
Yes. No, I agree.
For Nintendo to release a game that is probably going to sell 20 million or 15 to 20 million units on a brand new system is suicide for somebody like them. Maybe it would have jump started sales, but they would have.
Black 2 should have.
I think Black and White 2 were still... They probably did some cost analysis here where how many can we sell? How many units will it sell? I think they made the right decision there.
They could... I'm saying they could have released it on both.
Well, they do have features in there where if you play that game on the 3DS, I believe there's some extra stuff in there. But it is... They couldn't...
Minute. It's a gimmick.
It's like forward compatible. Black and White 2, where they have 3DS features built in, but you can play on a DS system. But I'm curious to know what. First of all, Smash is not coming out for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think Smash.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with that game.
I don't think it'll come out for another 10 months. That's just my opinion. I'm thinking that's an October 2014 game.
That's their big holiday title for 2014.
Yeah.
For the 3DS, I think. Oh well, I don't know. I'm holding my fingers crossed for Zelda Wii U, but. On the 3DS side, I don't know what's coming out in the next 8 months. Are they going to put out a Metroid game? That's not going to move units.
No.
What are they going to put out?
That's another that'll move some software.
3DS Sports, So what I think what they're at now with their numbers is their add another 25 million, which they will sell, I think. But like,
They're almost at their plateau.
yeah, I really don't think it's gonna have
Unless
the.
they have, I mean, they have to have another killer
How
title.
how far away are we from that? Do you think? Do you think they're going to keep the 3DS around a little too long? Because the 3DS is what, 3 years old? Three years old now.
It's about 3 years. It'll
And
be
the
3
Wii
years,
the Wii
something
U's
like-
2 years old, but Nintendo typically has one of the quicker life cycles.
Yeah,
The one exception was the Wii, but like why?
the Wii and the DS were exceptions because they just sold.
There were so many of them.
Yeah, they didn't. There was a lot
Why
of
stop?
redesign.
Why stop when they're selling like hotcakes?
I think we're looking at. I really think there's going to be a really quick turnaround on the
Like
Wii
another
U.
2-3 years, maybe.
I think 2015 is too early, but I think maybe 2016. I really do. So that the 3DS will have
2
a
years.
5-year life cycle,
Sounds about right.
and the Wii U would
Be a 4-year.
4-year
We'll
life
get
cycle.
2 more
This is
redesigns.
very-
We'll get 2 more redesigns in there.
This is very dependent on sales of Wii U in the
They've been
first
picking up.
6 months of this 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday, it's blurred, but there's no hardware coming out in January. Nothing. No software coming out in January for the Wii U.
There's no something coming out in January. Period.
Yeah.
Across all platforms.
They haven't set a date for Donkey Kong.
No, it's February.
Is it? Okay.
So they got February, and I think Mario Kart will be March or April.
Yeah, I'm going to say April. That seems what it's been like. It's like every 2 months something.
So they
That's
got.
what we're talking about. They didn't have that filler in between.
If the Wii U is at that part where it's like nothing is selling in January, like they get down to numbers of a year ago, and then maybe a little boost for that 1 week of Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
if anything, and then nothing. Mario Kart will sell units, I think it will, but and then it goes back to this, like, stagnation, sort of where it was. There's going to be more of a, I think, need to push it to go forward, and I think the answer is some sort of merged hardware.
I agree. That's where
You're
it
not
needs to go.
spreading out your resources as much.
You know.
Like internally as Nintendo, if you're just developing for one platform,
Yeah,
that serves
you're
both.
unifying your fronts.
Yeah, it serves as both. That brings up an interesting thing. Like, where do we see the future of all the companies? Because I think you're onto something with Nintendo. I think maybe, in my opinion, Microsoft would be the closest to next gen. Now we could say that because next gen is
God.
current gen. Next gen.
Doing something like that with their console?
I think Microsoft will be the closest to what we know right now as a home console. I think they'll be the ones that just go more powerful and more entertainment developed. Because Sony's already been dropping a ton of hints that they're looking into making their stuff available everywhere. Where I think they want to do like a Roku box for the PS5 and have it turn into like, a digital like Apple store or whatever, where you could buy every movie, buy everything, like whatever, just rent games, buy games, all this shit with Gaikai where you could stream past games. And it's essentially just going to be this internet only connected tiny box with a DualShock. And that's it. No internal anything to break, no disk drive, no nothing. They want to put their stuff out on like mobile platforms like PS1 classics. They already started developing PlayStation Mobile to do that, to carry stuff over to Android and iOS. So you can start picking up the old games and PSP games and shit like that. I think they're out of the handheld market. I think the Vita's the last straw for them.
Yeah, I think that's a.
The PSP did good enough to merit a second attempt, and I don't know what they could have did better with the Vita. The thing's awesome, but nobody cares.
It was expensive.
Yeah.
They could have not. I don't know how they could have dumbed it down to make it. It's too, you know
Cheaper.
What I'm saying? It was $300 at launch, right?
$250.
$250 or $300
That's
depending on the model.
$200, yeah.
$250 or $300. It's too much money. The DS was $3DS was $250 as well.
That dropped quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
see
it starts
why.
selling, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think PlayStation's done with that, and,
Like-
and Microsoft. I'm sorry, just real quick. Microsoft is already spread like that. They've showed no interest in coming out with a handheld device, and if you want that on the go experience, they've been opening up the door with smart glass and stuff, and they can keep building off that if they really want to push in that area where you can start playing shit like Spartan Ops. At first they wanted it to be an exclusive for Windows phones. The problem is there are no Windows phones, so that game sold like shit, so they had to bring it to their consoles. But if they open the doors and let in the floodgates of Android and iOS, which own over 90% of the
Okay.
market.
They've already tested the one. At least I can speak for iOS. Is you can get like connectimals and shit on
Yeah.
there.
So that's what I'm saying. And then I think they'll just utilize the handhelds that are already out there for what they have, which is why I think Microsoft will be the one. What we know now as a home console will be the closest thing. Nintendo, I think that makes a lot of sense though, with that kind of unified. Like if the Wii U controller was more portable
Ergonomic.
and can think on its own, that could have left the presence of the actual Wii U console by more than 20 feet. Then I mean, the one coolest thing would have been to be able to play it on the can. And as soon as I go there, it's just far enough from my Wii U where it doesn't fucking read it anymore. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate. So it's like now I have no.
So now he's pooping in a bucket in the hallway.
No, I just bring the Vita.
You just plumb the toilet to the living room.
Yeah, but I mean, so essentially, like
one of those portable Johns.
if the thing had the mobility of the 3DS, even if it lost connectivity, but still street passed people and was smaller and maybe folded up or whatever the hell they want to do, I think that's a smart route for them to go.
I think it'll be like a tablet, like a full blown tablet, the controller, like, like. I'm not talking like the gamepad tablet. I'm talking like an iPhone tablet.
And I agree.
iPad tablet.
I think that's the way they need to go. And then just have, like I said, a little dongle or a little adapter, a little Apple TV, a little box that plugs into the TV to stream whatever the tablet's doing to that. That's it.
Yeah.
And then they don't have to worry about, if their graphics are competing with Microsoft and Sony's. It's not going to matter then.
Just the consumer cares. Nintendo doesn't give a fuck.
Well, I think generally speaking, though, I mean, that obviously, regardless of whether they care or not, that's something that still comes up. Is it doesn't look as good. But at that point, if it's mobile and home, it's not going to matter how great it looks. It's going to be like, hey, I can play my Zelda on my TV, or I can play it on my tablet on the go.
All right.
And it doesn't matter if it's as gorgeous or whatever. It's about the ease of use.
I think what's the guy's name? Ruben, the guy from Naughty Dog and then THQ.
Wanted to know why you can't play.
Well, he said that the next gen consoles, referring to the PS4 and one, they've got like a 2-year free period where they're the most powerful. Mm-hmm. But he thinks in 2-3 years, the tablets of 2-3 years from now are going to be as powerful as the current gen consoles, and they will have they're already starting to make them, the controllers, where you can get a controller for your iPad 2015 model, and it easily connects to any TV at that point, where you can download any game that you can get on the PS4. Any third-party game, like Assassin's Creed 7, is going to be available for iPad, and you can play it on any TV. And I think that's the model
Especially
Nintendo will use, I think.
That's what I was kind of getting at.
The future of the streaming service?
That's what I was getting at with what Sony's doing. Sony's already come out publicly and said that they're going in this direction. That they see that this is coming. Mm-hmm. And if they are just another provider on your iPhones and iPad and all this other shit, that's fine. Mm-hmm. They would just make the controller and still publish Sony games.
Yeah.
Release everything as downloads.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
I think Microsoft is... The only reason I think Microsoft will still be the console is because they are so obsessed with trying to be this box that your living room desperately needs. Yeah. Which I don't know why. I don't know why they're so stuck down this road, because every box does all of that shit already. This isn't some... When they first set out to make the Xbox, if it did all this, like the original Xbox, or when the 360 first launched, it might have made sense. Every fucking thing does everything the Xbox does already, except for the games.
Actually, I think at the time the Xbox came out, it did almost everything that was doable at the time. I mean, it was internet compatible, it was CDs.
Check this out. I have the Apple TV in the bedroom. Well, it just updated recently, and it's got an ABC app. An ABC app has an option for live TV. So now I'm not hooked up to a cable provider or anything like that. I can watch ABC programming live through my Apple TV.
You got to pay a fee?
Yeah. Free. Right. You have to have an ISP provider already. For instance,
I see.
I have Comcast, but I only have Comcast Internet. I still have access to it.
Ah, okay.
So,
sort of like our conversation we had last week with Brian.
Another thing that gets me is, and I understand why they wouldn't want to do it with their new titles coming out, like A Link Between Worlds and Mario Kart and things like that. But there's no reason, absolutely zero reason, why they couldn't take the original Zelda, the original NES library, and put it on mobile devices. It's stupid.
It's stupid.
They're
for
protecting it might be backwards thinking.
And I understand they're protecting it, but they're selling them for $5 already on this.
Yeah.
Okay, and how many units did you say this are out in the wild of this?
50 or 60 million.
Okay.
I don't
How
think
many
that's
iPhones are out
yeah.
there?
Way more.
How many Androids are out there?
Even more.
Sell them for $5 a
billion.
piece. Sell the
Combined,
games for $5 a piece.
Yeah.
You know how many people would rather play the original 20, 30-year-old Super Mario Brothers than Angry Birds?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the epitome of a casual game.
Yeah.
Right there. It's stupid. It's free money.
I think that's the way everybody's going to go.
Yeah.
There's no reason to take all this risk with hardware anymore.
It is.
If the tablets keep going every year, then the phones are getting more and more powerful. And like you said, they're going to catch up in a few years.
Yeah.
Like I think this is the last gen of like true what we've come to know and love, because that you're gonna have other people taking the risks, like Apple and Samsung and shit like that,
to compete,
and they'll get the hardware out there,
I
and it's constantly upgrading.
I do think Nintendo will stay one more console.
Oh yeah,
that-
they'll be the last holdout.
Oh, I don't know.
Guaranteed.
I think their next one is coming in time where it's early enough where I think they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, with that old school mentality that they have, they'll be the last to finally go. Okay, here you go.
Well, I think it's just the timing of the cycle, where like the Wii U cycle is not going to be as long as the Xbox One's.
Yeah.
So the Wii U successor might come like
Halfway through the consoles.
yeah. The next Xbox might not come until 4 years after the Wii U cycle.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it might be a weird where
They don't sync up
yeah.
as close as they have previously.
But like I think Nintendo will hold out and have one more console. Like I firmly believe that unified console, because they've unified some of their development teams. There's no longer a 3DS team and a Wii U team for.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons they're having issues with Smash Brothers, because they're trying to develop for both at the same time, and they're not familiar. You know what you said. Here's another prime example, and I'm sure you've heard about it. The fake Pokemon game that went up on the iOS store for like a month. Did you hear how much?
Month?
Yeah,
I thought it was like days.
it might have been.
Yeah.
Did you hear how many it sold?
What?
It was like 3 million
Wow.
at $1.
Yeah.
3 million at $1 for a fake game that didn't launch. The game would start, the logo would pop up, the game would freeze. That's it.
Yeah. They can
3 million.
They can sell
$3 million.
The thing is, they can sell Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Oh my god, I would buy them
For $19.99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
$24.99.
I would buy them if they came out on the App Store. Sure, it'd be more money than an Angry Birds or Plants vs Zombies or whatever.
$20, big premium.
I'm
cost.
saying let's stick with the model that they're using on this, the $5 model, because that's generally, from what I've seen on the store, what they look to be, right, for the virtual console games. So let's stick with that $5 price
games,
point.
yeah, and the original Game Boys, I think.
You know how much money they would they would sell 1 million Pokemon Reds overnight, guaranteed.
If they
$5
put
million.
Fire Red, I think it might be the highest selling Pokemon game ever.
Yeah,
Might be the highest selling Nintendo game ever.
$5 million that would generate, and it would take them. I don't know jack about porting or game development. I'm saying it would take them.
The money's far gonna exceed
less than
50,000 maybe.
At most.
The couple
50
guys to
grand
plug it
to
in.
port it over, and you know what? There's probably some.
It's already been done.
Exactly.
Some kid did it for free in his basement.
Exactly. So all
Should
they
be
have
like
to do
the
is pay
built-in
him.
emulator type thing.
Yeah.
Guarantee. It's already done. They just have to pay somebody for the work that they've done.
Yeah.
Done. Over and done with. It's asinine to think that they have this phenomenal library that you can only access through their devices, and nobody wants to do that.
I hate how slow they're trickling their shit out. It's
On
like
their
a-
own consoles, yeah. It doesn't make
Everything
sense.
in the world, my phone can emulate stuff better than my Wii U. That's pathetic. You own the Wii U, Nintendo. You own the licenses, the format, the actual hard code. Why can't I legitimately buy it off your service? Fine, I'll fucking play it on my phone for free.
Because I think I could be wrong. There's a couple of the Mega Mans or something, or Castlevania or something that's on iOS, and it's the old one.
Mm-hmm.
And people play the shit out of that.
See, I think that's the transition. That's the bridge. We've seen it with Konami. We've seen it with the Eastern developers somehow.
Sonic?
Yeah,
Sonic's
Sega's the big one.
Sega's on there. Well, Sega's like, please take it. We need money.
I think it's going to get to the point where every game that is a third-party game that Microsoft or Sony don't have a hand in, like they don't buy the exclusivity, like Dead Rising, a Capcom game. Any game that's an independent third-party game, I think in 2-3 years is going to come out on all platforms. By all platforms, I don't mean...
You mean cell phones and tablets?
Yeah, it'll be on... basically, it'll be on Sony, it'll be on Microsoft, it'll be on Google, and it'll be on Apple. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe...
PCs
and
and
Steam, and yeah. And once every third party... You always hear those third parties, when they always say this when regarding...
Third parties are the ones who control...
Well, I was referring to whenever third parties are asked about Nintendo, like, are you going to put this on the Wii U or the Wii? They always respond the same, like, we want to get our game on the most platforms possible. They always say that, without sacrificing, like, So that's sometimes why it gets dropped from Nintendo. But like, I think the Apple and Google will be strong enough with their platforms where they're going to be able to play on those. Yeah. And once you see all these third-party games on everything, then
there's less and less incentive to spend the $500 to get a console.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a lot of pressure on these first parties. So what do you do? But I think when that starts happening, Nintendo's new platform will come out around that same time.
No, you know what happens? They finally team up and we get the one unified console, baby. Woo!
Or Disney buys them.
The Microsoft PlayStation Nintendo DS XL. Vita.
Box.
3D.
Now with more guns.
If I could fit that whole thing in, that would be the title of the episode. So, you know.
It comes with a wheel.
Tennis rackets sold separately.
That might be the only way for them to stay afloat then.
No, I think this will all come. This like I said,
this is less than a decade away. I know.
I think it's much
if that happens, then Apple and Google team up and they form Skynet and we're all fucked.
No,
that's how that happens.
I think is it Rick Rubin? No, Rick Rubin's the producer, the music producer, right?
And Rick Rude was the wrestler. So
Jim Rubin. It's Rubin. It's something Rubin.
Paul Rubens.
No, it's fucking
Paul Revere.
It's Rubin, I guarantee it, because he founded Naughty Dog. I can't think of his first name. He's not there anymore.
Yeah, he headed THQ in their demise.
That wasn't his fault. That was a sinking ship, and they paid him a lot of money to drive it into the ground. Where's my cell phone?
Doesn't matter. Keep going.
I think Rubin's right. Or it's
Jack Kirby.
It's 2-3 years away, and this storm of games going to those consoles is happening. I think PS4 and One have that the free period where they're the only ones with these games, but that will not last. There's no way that will last, and I think Nintendo's console will come out during that period, and
that might be the only way that they're going to survive for a while, is by doing, like you said, kind of a unified home/portable tablet console thing. Well, it's the only way to stay relevant. I think, and with that coming wave of, you can get Assassin's Creed on iOS, Android, Steam, so on and so forth. It's now open to everything.
Yeah.
That's the only way that they'd be able to withstand that trend.
I think they'll have a good 2 or 3 years with the Wii U with content, though, because there's a lot of games that people still want on the Wii U, and they'll come. I mean, they'll get there. I don't think maybe the console...
We'll get at least another Mario and a Zelda for sure.
Yeah, I'm not convinced on another Mario, but we'll get a Zelda, and we'll get some.
There's three or four Marios usually come out
from the perspective. Like, I'm holding out for the Zelda. I'm not sure. And like, I'll buy the Wii U when the Zelda comes out. I'm gonna do it kicking and screaming though. Like, I don't want it. This I wanted. Okay, bringing it back full circle to talking about the 3DS.
Well, why did you want that? Because there was a lot of games backlog?
Because there is a large library of content that I have yet to experience that I want to.
I think the Wii U will be the same in a year or two. There's a lot of games that are like hidden gems on the Wii U, like Lego City or Pikmin.
Pikmin I could go back to. Lego City is going to be too much of a familiar experience where I could play Lego Batman and get the same kind of gameplay experience.
Potentially, yeah.
Theoretically, just as an example. But, for instance, I haven't played Pokemon in 5 years.
Yeah.
I can only get that on here. What am I going to play? Coliseum 7 or whatever it is?
But you might play
XD Gale of Darkness again.
I don't know. But you might play Mario 3D World or
cats
or Wind Waker HD. I don't know, some game.
No. If I'm going to play Wind Waker HD, I walk right over to that Mac there, and it looks better than what it does on
the Mac.
Mm-hmm.
Emulators, man.
Yep.
Emulators do a better job with Nintendo than Nintendo.
I don't think the GameCube emulator is better than the Wii U game.
I have a Mac.
Are you talking about a Wii U emulator?
I have a Mac.
I'm a
Just gonna
PC,
say that.
and Windows 7 was my idea.
Let me just say, I have a Mac.
Windows 7 was your idea?
Yeah.
And granted,
Windows 8.
Macs aren't good for current games, but goddamn are they great for emulators. That's all I'm saying. Anyways. So yeah, Tony, it's good.
It's pretty good, Tony. For me, I would still love a fucking goddamn Nintendo achievement system. I've actually kind of taken those quite fondly, and everybody's jumped on board except Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean,
Even like Android and iOS have the fucking achievement system.
Like the fucking weather.com
Has
app
achievements.
on Google has an achievement system. It's ridiculous.
How did Nintendo overlook that in the Wii U?
Google Maps, like,
click
click achievement unlocked. What?
Tony's got like half of the Netflix achievements on Xbox One now. They're zero.
I would have had them all, except I can't stand watching Netflix on my Xbox One because anytime anybody mentions Xbox, YouTube especially, you cannot watch YouTube on the Xbox One because as soon as somebody says Xbox, the fucking thing comes up that it's listening,
and you're like, stop listening.
Yeah, and then every 2 seconds you're stop listening.
Stop listening.
Stop listening.
Have you had to
stop listening?
Have you had to do it when you don't say anything? You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh yeah. Oh
but
yeah.
anytime I'm like, well, I was trying to watch Us a few episodes ago, and now I can't do it. I have to go. I have to turn my 360 on to fucking watch YouTube.
Like achievement systems to me, it's like pure 100% like cocaine.
Oh yeah.
Once you have it, you can't go away for anything.
Like
else.
I was just
Like,
sitting here right after.
It's just cool. It's not for me. It's not even
the
it's a must-have for some people.
The Meat Plaza thing has a list, and I'm like, oh, what the.
Well,
fuck
there
is
are
that?
achievements in the Street Pass shit, but it's just like costumes.
But they make the achievement system makes so many games. People
Replayable.
play more games because of achievements. Like who the hell? Oh, you found 150 like secret pieces of underwear or whatever. Oh, you got an achievement for it. Oh, then you got to go find all 150 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Looking up the chick's skirt in Lollipop Chainsaw.
The thing is, like they like it's cool to look back at what you've done.
yeah.
I really like the trophy system on PlayStation because it's like leveling up.
Mm-hmm.
Like level 1 is really easy. You get like 10 trophies and now you're level 2. Now you need like 20 more trophies, 30 total, and you're like a level 3.
What level
so
are
it
you?
gets harder and harder, like a 12 or 13 or something like that.
Is there an end to it?
It used to be capped at 55, but they raised it.
Oh, shit.
But you know, it's like harder and harder
Yeah.
and harder. Yeah, and Microsoft is just as cool. You look at
It's
this
just numbers.
You look at this lifetime score.
They
though.
do.
Like
They
I
do
don't.
have, and you've seen it. Even though it doesn't show it on the actual system, they do have like champion and like it's once you hit this gamer score, you're considered this tier and stuff.
Yeah. Like
I
I
just haven't implemented. Like
I don't sit there. I don't sit there too often and go into an individual game and be like, "Oh, cool! Remember that one time I found all 20 feathers in this game?" It's like the overarching thing when you look back and you're like, "Wow!" Like check out my Xbox score. Or, man, I'm a level 12. And you look down. You look down at other people and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't. And then Nintendo, I do all these.
down on his achievements all the time.
I do all this. He's like 200 points out of me. I still get to look down on your ass.
Andrew Dillon. Remember last year when Tony said by the end of the year that he was going to pass whatever number of achievements he did, and he didn't do it?
I have it now.
Just saying, it was a year ago.
But
See, call him back.
So
like
your
with
achievements are
Nintendo,
higher than his?
yeah,
Well, you're a multi-console.
very,
He's
very,
predominantly
very,
a single
I'm very,
console.
very multi.
He plays more games than I do, though.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys play about the same, which is why you on the Xbox.
I'm spread out. I'm spread thin. I'm on the Vita, the PS3, the Xbox, the PS4, the Xbox One, the 3DS, and the Wii U, and I play them all every week. Every single one gets played. I'm just saying. But with like Nintendo, you do that like some cool shit, and there's just like there's no reflecting back.
Like I imagine you'd like to have your
Like, I
achievement
could
for
be-
getting all those Kirby,
Yeah.
Epic Yarn
And
stickers.
I could be like, oh, Mas, cool. I beat this level in fucking 30 seconds. Can you do it? And you're like, I don't believe you. And I'll be like, oh, well, I can't prove it to you because there's no achievement.
Like each games have it. Like the Zelda, A Link Between Worlds has the multiplayer achievements. There's like 50 different achievements, and you got to get the medals.
Can I see yours though?
Yeah, you can.
Can I? Okay.
Some of them are ridiculously difficult. You know, like you gotta like defeat your enemy without moving or without using the X, Y, or sword, but like crazy things. Like you can only use the Pegasus.
Now, how does that? Now, since we've linked up, now even if you go back home, as long as you're on yours, will you pop up on my game, or do we have to be in the same room?
The Street Pass, we have to be in the same room.
Oh, see, it's stupid.
You can't just battle the same guy over and
It's
over.
Nintendo's online infrastructure. Have you not known it's like miles high?
I've battled like 6 people. Well,
I mean,
6
all they
times.
got-
It's only been 2 people.
All they gotta do is put a restriction like you can only battle this person once a day or whatever. And it'd be
Yeah,
fine,
yeah, that'd be nice.
You know,
They want you to take it with you. That's Nintendo pushes that so much.
I don't fucking take it with me. That's why I got this one. 'Cause
Put in your car and drive
purposely,
around.
I got this one purposely because it doesn't fold up, so I don't take it.
Do you
with
get
me.
Street Passes at that video game retail?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Often.
I bring it every day. I get like because you're maxed out at 10.
Yeah.
I found out you cannot get more than 10 street passes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go in and play with those 10
Which is ridiculous.
characters.
So that's when you go in the bathroom for.
No, I don't do it at work. I bring it to work. I
Are you
leave
gonna
it,
poop?
I leave it in my pocket the whole day, and I come back and I always have 7 to 10 every day,
That's
every
good.
shift. So it helps out a lot. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to do once I beat all these games. They're very long.
Oh, you're referring to the games that the
Inside Street
okay.
Pass, yeah.
I was referring to Zelda more. Like you got a Street Pass to fight people. You know?
No. This you just.
Although they got that new, they got that new thing where if you go to a Nintendo hotspot, your data is locked into that Nintendo hotspot, and then you leave.
Mhm.
If somebody comes like 3 hours later to that Nintendo hotspot, you still Street Pass them
Mhm.
now, so you don't actually have to cross paths with them. But
And
GameStop?
stores are going. Certain video game retailers are going to be doing that.
Best
because
Buy
they've
already
got-
does it.
Because they
Oh,
have
okay.
they have Wi-Fi now.
it's cool. It's pretty cool.
It's good.
All right,
Yeah, let's fucking wrap this up.
Yeah.
This went all types of directions. I liked it. Good show, though. Good show.
2-hour show, 3
This,
hours.
this has been episode 99.
Catch you next year.
The last time you'll see these pretty faces in 2013. If it's even up by then. This is probably going to post January 1st or 2nd, isn't it?
What day's Thursday?
You gotta get it right so people can celebrate their New Year's by listening to our.
Our lovely voices.
Maybe we'll release it a day early.
Look, think of all those people that have nothing to do on New Year's Eve,
That's what I'm saying.
so they can post, so they can listen to our podcast.
Too young to drink. Can't really go out and do anything.
Or you have
New Year's
to.
sucked as
Or
a
you have to
kid.
work at a video game retailer from noon to 6 both days.
We should have streamed this on New Year's Day.
I
I might live stream on New Year's. New Year's,
Yeah.
You don't have 8 lads?
not yet.
You should step into your somewhat local video game retailer because somebody you know will be there.
From 12 to 6.
Yeah.
Is it the one
Street
that's what's the location of this?
It's at that mall. You know, down the way.
Down the way.
Oh, at the mall,
Over
Yeah.
yonder.
You know, that one. That
within
way.
a 10-mile radius of here.
Uh-huh.
This has been episode 99, part 2. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Can't wait for next week. Episode 100.